Welcome back, listeners. You joining us today for our podcast number...
Ooh, I don't know, because it's been a while. Good morning. Anyway, this is a bit of a different podcast from me and Stephen, because it's in the morning time. Yeah, we have only just got up out of bed. We're still wiping the sleep out of our eyes. But for you who don't know who we are, I'm Thomas.
And I'm Stephen.
And this is NPK Live. And we're doing a podcast, and we've been doing podcasting for now quite some time, haven't we, Stephen?
Yeah, just over a year.
Over a year. For our regular listeners, just wanted to apologise, because we have been really busy. You haven't heard from us for a while. Don't worry, we haven't forgot about you. We haven't finished doing podcasting, far from it. We're just getting warmed up.
We did a lot of podcasts in Coventry, and we thought that we'd give you a bit of time to digest them, just as we gave you a bit of time to digest the Barcelona podcasts. There's a hell of a lot of information spoken about at Coventry, so hopefully you've been able to listen to them, take your time. And something that we want to do is write down what we speak about. So if you haven't got time to listen to the podcasts, we're going to be blogging about them on our website, which is www.npktechnology.co.uk. And
also, for you listeners who did manage to get through all of that information at Coventry, well done. Hopefully you took it all in. If you didn't, and you have some questions about it, or any issues regarding it, or you want to basically argue that any of the information we provided didn't seem accurate, or you want to put some takes on that, or you want to put any sort of comments in, or whatever, we love it all. Whether it's good feedback, bad feedback, whatever it is, drop us a line, give us a call, maybe an email, anything you like, and we're here to listen and maybe give some answers and some light onto some of the issues that you may bring up.
Yeah. Some of these issues that you might be facing at the moment is summer heat. I know that you wanted to speak a little bit today about the heat from the summer. Well, we think it's summer.
It is summer, isn't it?
I don't know. So I look outside and
it is still gale force, raining, windy. I've got me parka jacket on. I've actually brought me Canada Goose, the famous Canada Goose I had on Hydro TV. I've brought back out of hiding, and I'm walking around with it in the middle of summer with my sunglasses on.
My Christmas tree's just got itself out the loft.
So you guys, yeah, we have got a bit of a crazy climate going on at the moment. However, these cold temperatures can also be beneficial to us, unless you want a suntan. If you're looking for a suntan and you're looking to go on the beach, unfortunately, not so good for you.
Yeah.
However, if you have a indoor crop, i.e. some good
tomatoes, herbs, basil, thyme, rosemary, sage,
and you was having problems with the heat, this cold weather will do you some benefits. If you're still having problems with the temperature or heat, we have our summer sale, our super cool summer sale.
Good point.
We've got some discounts on some ducting, some fans.
There's the filters, there's the clip fans, there's CO2
yeah.
Usually £30 each. There's 2 for £50 on them.
So basically, we're doing a sale at NPK Technology on all of the things that will help you or may help you achieve cooler temperatures or keeping your plants in a nice equilibrium.
Yeah, good word.
Yes.
Let's have a little chat now. For the people that have been with us from the very beginning, you'll know that last year we've done a podcast already on heat.
Yes, I think we do one we have to do one every summer, because we have to let new listeners know, and also we need to drill it in that temperature and climate is very, very important to a plant.
And we're also always learning as well. That's an important feature of what we do. We're always constantly learning, researching. So I think we might have some new tips from last year. We've got some new tips to help keep your garden cool. Tip number 1, and this was tip number 1 last year. It's always going to be tip number 1 because it's free. It's free. It's the best type of advice.
Free stuff. We love free stuff.
Lights on when it's coldest outside. Tip number 1, and it's the most simplest thing to do. Just set your timer so that your lights come on when it's starting to go dark outside, and obviously the temperatures are dropping, so that you can have cooler temperatures being brought into your room.
So basically, you don't want your lights when it's on, when it's 32 degrees outside, do you? So you, as Stephen said, top tip, put your lights on when it's dark in the night time.
I can't remember if I mentioned this last year, but the use of silicone is really important as well.
Yeah.
We have a range of silicone products. You have Botanica's silicone, you have BudLink silicone.
Very popular, the BudLink silicone.
It is, and There's a whole host of silicas out on the market. They're just the two that we tend to sell a lot of. And what the silicon does is it strengthens the cells, the plant's cell walls, so the plant finds it easier to keep hold of that water that it's going to be losing during higher temperatures. Okay. It's also going to make your stem a lot thicker. Your leaves are a lot thicker, brighter, greener, a lot more resistant to pests and disease. So all round, silicon is great. Don't just use it in the summer though. Use it all year round because it's great for preventing pests. But
okay, I've got a top tip for you. This is an emergency tip. This is a tip for extreme temperatures. Now, if you're faced with the room, you go to your grow room and you've done all of the things that we've implemented or advised you to do. However, you go to your grow room and it's 33 degrees, 32, 35 or whatnot, and you've got 4 lights on. And there's no way of getting this temperature down. You have a decision to make. You have this decision. It's a simple decision. You can allow your plants to grow in a climate which is... What's a nice word, Stephen?
Detrimental.
Detrimental. That means very, very bad for your plants, which means will lead to death. Or other bad things, maybe pests, disease, root rot, all of those stuff. So you've got the option. You can leave these 4 lights on and let your plant start on the timer of death. For the Grim Reaper to come along in maybe a week or 2, whatnot, depending on how hard your plant can take this torture for. Or you could go in and you could switch a lamp off and then you could watch the temperature.
What is our next tip? The air extraction.
Yep.
Air extraction, very important. Probably one of the most expensive remedies for getting rid of heat, but it's also key to keeping your environment spot on. So if you, depending on how many lamps that you have, you need to check on how much air that you're moving out of your room.
So what about these people who've got 3 lamps and they've got a 4-inch fan and filter?
Yeah, that's no good. No good at all.
What about these people who've got 4 lamps and got a 6-inch fan and filter?
Yeah, not going to do the job.
What about these people who've got 4 lamps and have got an 8-inch fan and filter?
Nope, still not going to do the job.
But it's 8-inch?
Nope, not good enough.
Why not though, Stephen?
Because of the amount of air that they move.
Well, what are you talking about now? This is a load of rubbish.
Well, you mentioned 6-inch,
you can't move it, you can't even
10-inch.
see it. How can you move it? You can't put it in a box and just say, okay, let's go and take it to the yellow storage place and we'll move it today.
It's also been noted, I like to bring up, that you're quite fond of mentioning inches, aren't you? A big 8-inch and a big 10-inch. You're quite fond. You need to pack that in.
12
inches. Customers are getting the wrong idea.
What about 12 inches?
That's massive.
12 inches for 6 lights then. Is that doable?
That sounds like it could be doable. But what I'd like to stress is that we want to get people, our listeners, and we want to get our customers away from talking about inches with regards to the size of the fan and filter. No dirty listeners. That's not what we're talking about. It's fan and filters.
Fan and filters.
What we want to talk about is meters cubed of air an hour.
Ooh, sounds complicated, this one, Stephen.
Let's simplify it. You've got a 1 meter squared tent, and it is 2 meters tall. So what essentially you have is 2 meters squared in a 1 by 1 by 2 meters. So what you want to do is move that amount of air a certain amount of times. Now it differs. There's no hard and fast rule. It'll differ among pretty much nearly everyone that you speak to. But you want to move that air in that tent a certain amount of times per minute or per hour. And this is how we talk about meters cubed per hour. So if you want to move that air, that hot air, that's because of the lamps, it's heated up the air and it's not the great environment for the plants. You need to remove all of the hot air. So you choose your fan and filter depending on how many lamps that you have. Now, a very general rule of thumb, a top tip that somebody told me was that the Dutch use it for growing their roses, and it's for every 600 watt lamp that you use. Very generally, you need to move about 400 meters cubed of air an hour. Now, there's different formulas and there's long-winded ways of working it all out, but very, very generally, for a 600 watt bulb, you want to move 400 meters cubed of air an hour.
Okay.
Now, it might sound quite complicated, that, but if you go into your local shop and you just ask them about it, I'm sure that they'll be able to give you some advice.
That's NPK technology, don't forget. Because if you go to any other shop, be warned, you'll walk in, you'll go, hello, can I have a fan and filter? And you'll go, what size? And you'll say 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch. And you'll go, okay, yes, there you go. That's how you know you're in a crap shop. Because why would you just go, oh yeah, there you go? Because it doesn't work like that. So the sooner you understand that, is the sooner that you'll realise the shops that you have been shopping in are not as educated as you really think. We're at NPK, we are dedicated. So be warned, if you come to our shop, we are going to end up trying to spoon feed you some information if we feel it's necessary.
And if you're listening in London, further down south, up in Scotland or Wales or Australia or America, obviously you're not going to be coming to us. You listen to us for our advice. Make sure that your local shop is giving you the right advice. And if they're not, just have a think to yourself, why aren't they giving me this advice that I'm listening to on the podcast?
Because you just want to line the pockets, because that's all we care about. Unfortunately, at NPK, it's not what we only care about. We have a reputation, which is more valuable to us than anything. And we have a very big customer base, and we see ourselves as the pioneers in hydroponics. We are here to safeguard our customers, to make sure there's no bullshit products that claim that they do this and claim that they do that, and they don't. They're just crap, and they just overcharge you, and it doesn't work. We are here to protect against that, and we love to terrorise any product that thinks it's new, innovative, and wants to come into our industry and market and state a claim. Be warned, we will find you, and we will hunt you down and test you vigorously. And if you're crap, we will announce you all over podcasting. And if you're good, we'll still also announce you on podcasting. But if you're really good, we'll even do a YouTube video on you. So any products or distributors or companies who think they have a product and want to get it into our industry, feel that it will make a difference or is beneficial, give us a call, get it down here. We'll market it for you free of charge. I'm not saying it's going to be good marketing, but we'll definitely talk about the product. We'll review the product. We may even give a couple of testers out, and we'll get our customers and our database and followers to have a review of it.
You've mentioned a couple of things there that I'd like to pick up on. First of all, the testing. Now, if you follow us on Twitter, we just tell you about our day-to-day, what's going on at NPK. But we also have another Twitter, which is hydroponics_NPK, and that mentions nothing about the shop. It is strictly a product testing Twitter.
Yeah.
What happens there is that we have a group of customers, very, very good customers that have been around for years, and they test some of these new products for us, as well as ourselves in shop and on our allotments. We test a lot of these products, and when they come out as being good or bad, we'll put them onto the Twitter, which is hydroponics_NPK. It's a good one to follow if you just want to see product reviews. And the second thing was, you mentioned YouTube. Now, this is your little baby. You are the star of YouTube.
Oh, I'm the star.
Tell us about the YouTube. This is your baby. You're the star. What's going on?
Well, basically, I come in last week and decided that I wanted to be a movie star. No, not really. Thank God for that, because I haven't got the face for it. I just decided, podcast's been doing pretty well. However, go on YouTube and there's loads of videos of how to do this and how to do that, but there's none of NPK teams on how to do this and how to do that, so that's what we're doing. But not only that, we're going to terrorise some products visually, so you'll be able to watch us making a fool of ourselves, trying to put up some bits and bobs, slurring our words, getting things wrong.
You're a little bit better on the old YouTube than I am now. I prefer the radio. I've got a face for radio.
Yeah, you have got a face for radio, definitely.
Yeah. I'll be doing a couple of them now. I'm getting bullied into doing some technical videos.
What's our YouTube channel called?
Just type in NPK Technology onto YouTube and we pop up.
Yeah, and we've got our introductory video to the NPK Superstore based in Morton, over the water. Hydroponics Superstore, 10,000 square feet. Come over, have a play. There's loads of systems and technology over there for you to view and see and, get integrated with.
What I like to describe it as is, it's not a museum because it's the latest technology, but it's like it's a Toys R Us for hydroponics.
Yeah, Toys R Us to come along and absolutely terrorise all of my products that I've set up for you guys to look at and touch and mess about with. And because the thing with me, when I was a customer, I was the customer that when I went into the shop, I always had my head over the counter trying to see what else was going on, and it used to annoy me because I never really seen any new products on display in stores, and the stores were very dingy and dark and hidden and secrecy, and so I thought, okay, I need to open an ASDA version of NPK technology. So I have done. So if you don't know how to pot up a 10 pot multi-flow system, come over and I'll show you. If you don't know how to set up a timer, come over, I'll show you. If you want to learn how to install your own bubbler system, Hydroponics, DWC, Alien, IWS, AutoPot, Gavita lighting, digital ballast, Sunlux Pro bulbs, EC meters, Blue Lab, you name it, we've got it all on display, ready to play. Anything you need. Also, I want to make a mention for our up-and-coming lectures. So, okay, you're not that clued up on various subjects, i.e. lighting extraction. Don't worry about it. There is places where you can be taught very well. That is at NPK Technology. We are doing lectures and they will be commencing at our superstore in September. So if you want to come along, you need to book a place because there's limited places per lecture. I know we have a lot of people interested right now, and the lectures are based on what you require from us, not what we feel we need to deliver. So there's introductory lessons into hydroponics, there's media, there's aeroponics, there's soil, there's lighting tents, there's overall of hydroponics, anything you need and want.
And the way it's going to be different is if you're in the Liverpool area and listen to us, these podcasts, we write a list about what we're going to go and what we're going to talk about. So these lectures, these seminars, is going to be a lot more structured. So if this sounds like something to you, get in touch with us and we'll be happy to help. We're going to wrap it up there now.
We're going to go for our breakfast, so I'm starving.
So just remember the key points about this podcast were about the summer heat. Hopefully we're going to have a little bit of summer heat, and now hopefully you know how to deal with it.
Yeah. If you don't, give us a call. Any problems, give us a call. Anything at all, give us a call.
Yeah.
Just call us. For God's sake, just call us.
0151 228 8306.
Or you can phone the Superstore on 0151 678 6000. Thank you for listening, guys.
Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.